Nothing. Fun fact, the rhythm guitar, same thing the whole time. So very easy song to play. If any aspiring guitarists are looking for a song, this one's your song. But beyond that, lyrically, oh boy. Yeah, I visited Lake Placid where I grew up sometime last year, and that's kind of when the song came to me. I was just kind of driving through town with my friend, and I don't know, I have a lot of depression linked with that place, that area, and I was just kind of, the lines of the kids in those halls will amount to nothing came to me, and I was just, I don't know, it led down this whole dark train of thought about just the state of the world. And I originally had much more specific lyrics for this song, but I ended up ultimately thinking that kind of just conveying this vague feeling of emptiness that a lot of us live with today was ultimately going to be more impactful.
I think for me, this is probably my favorite clean tone with all the effects that we put on the guitar track. And this is another song to me that sounds a little more atmospheric and almost kind of reminiscent in a way, because lyrically, the chorus, what it means to me is it takes me back to high school, and like more like towards the end of high school, and having that fear of, what am I going to do with my life? What am I going to do after this? Like, as cheesy as it sounds, am I going to amount to nothing? So it takes me back to that kind of anxiety.
This one was one of the last ones we basically finished. We had like a long recording session, but this was kind of included in to kind of wrap up all the loose ends for the album sort of thing. But this one ended up being probably one of the more memorable recording nights that we had, probably because of the length of the day. And then by the time we got to the end of the day, it was like I ended up getting some gang vocals thrown in on this one. What I'd been, advocating for the entire album, basically. Finally found a spot for them, so that was cool. And it was to me, this song, when I hear it, it honestly represents the feeling of relief that I felt leaving the studio that night, knowing that essentially everything was done. James had to go through the next day and just literally change a small guitar part here, a vocal line there or something like that. Things like little small things, but essentially the album was done at the end of recording this song. So I don't know. The feeling of relief that I had at the end of that, and just the sense of accomplishment, I can always kind of tap back in that when I hear the song. But it doesn't really do much for you, but that's what it does for me.